What's going on, Falcons fans? Logan here. So, I'm currently working on a video about the Atlanta Falcons' future and what it holds, but I'm not quite done with it yet. However, I did still want to make a video on a Friday like I always do, and for today, I don't think this conversation is necessarily going to be a long one, but I do think it is something worth talking about, and this is something that's been on my mind for a pretty long time. I wanted to rant about the Atlanta Falcons defense, but before I do that, we gotta go all the way back to when I made a video grading the Falcons' first round draft picks and Chris Lindstrom and Caleb McGarry. And not only did I try to warn everyone that the Falcons are gonna pick up offensive line in the first round, and nobody believed me, but I said that these are good pickups, our team thrives off of offense, and we can't have Matt Ryan get sacked anymore. This was the right move. And I had some people disagree with that as expected. Well, now that the season is playing out, the offensive line is still not very good, but the defense is an utter mess. And I'm getting a lot of Falcons fans, it's almost like they were waiting to do this ever since the draft, but I'm having a lot of Falcons fans comment on almost all of my videos. Some of them go back to like the very first video I made. Like, some of them are commenting, "Oh, I told you you were wrong. You were wrong. They should have got defense first round, not offense. You're wrong. Shut off your YouTube channel." I pride myself that I think I'm one of the most open-minded people you'll ever meet. I truly do think I'll listen to whatever anyone has to say, and maybe I'll think, I was wrong. You're right. Or I'll think, I still think I'm right, but I can kind of see what you're saying. Like, I basically think I'm open-minded, but I don't think I can agree whenever anyone says that we needed to get defense in the first round. And here's why. Dan Quinn was brought into Atlanta to bring in an elite defense, right? Well, his first 3 years in Atlanta, the first round of the draft, let's just go through it. In 2015, he got Vic Beasley first round. That's a defensive player. In 2016, we got Keanu Neal. Oh yeah, that's a defensive player in the first round. And then in 2017, in the first round, who do we get? Takk McKinley? Is he offensive or defense? Oh, defensive player. And then in 2018 and 19, we did get offense in the first round, but we still kind of tried to improve the defense the rest of the way through. So you can argue that every draft Dan Quinn has been in, he's been trying to do everything he can to improve the defense. And technically, you are right that we did need to get defense this year, but guess what? Here's why it wasn't going to work anyway. When we got Vic Beasley in 2015 and we had some optimism that this defense was going to be good, did it ever break out under Dan Quinn? Nope. When we got Keanu Neal, Deion Jones, all of these players, we were like, oh, we're building a defense, but it also did not break out. We were like the 26th defense in the league that year. And then in 2017, we got Takk McKinley, and I believe Duke Riley, and we were like, man, our defense is finally going to break out this time. Guess what? It still didn't. You know why? Because we were second to last in turnovers. And then in 2018, we were like, well, I think Dan Quinn's going to do it this time. Our defense is finally going to break out. And it didn't. And then in 2019, we still kind of tried to improve the defense, and we thought it was going to break out. I even made a video thinking it was going to be a top 5 defense, and it didn't. So what I'm trying to get at here is, even if we did go for defense in the first round this year, it wasn't gonna work anyway. You know why? Because of Dan Quinn. I truly believe, and no disrespect to the man, I wish him best of luck, but just not in Atlanta. He needs to leave and coach elsewhere. But I truly do believe that right now he is soft. He is not doing anything to improve the defense. So to say that if we picked up someone on defense in the first round this year and we wouldn't be in this situation, I just can't agree with that. It literally would have looked the same, because every other time we got defense in the first round, and really just the rest of the way through in the draft, our defense never once broke out with Dan Quinn. So why is it that in 2019, if we go for defense in the first round, it's going to break out? No. Not once was it ever going to break out with Dan Quinn. So before we tank for Chase Young or something, keep in mind it probably isn't going to work out if we still have Dan Quinn. Before we do anything, we need to get rid of Dan Quinn. I don't hate the guy. I want him to do good wherever he goes because he's not going to be in Atlanta for long. But I do wish him the best of luck, man. But whatever we did in the first round, whether it's offense or defense, it wasn't going to work out anyway. Because Dan Quinn, I don't think, is developing anyone. So that's just a really quick rant to say, I told you. I'm not trying to be a dick, but like, no you didn't. Like, it wasn't going to work anyway. Not once has Dan Quinn turned this defense into an elite form like he was supposed to. He was brought into Atlanta to bring in an elite defense. And not 1 year broke out. But that's all I have. This video ended a little quicker than I thought. This is just something I wanted to get off my chest, and I hope you guys kind of understand where I'm trying to go here. Other than that, please make sure to smash that like button, blow up the comment section, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any weekly content. Like I always say in the end of every video, I think you guys know how it goes at this point, so I will see you guys this Tuesday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern. Rise up.